Welcome to our backyard. Today we're going to do something unusual. We've got 8 of some of the best air rifles around today. I've asked Hollowhead to keep an eye on them for me. But we just want to test them for penetration. And we're going to start right here with this Hatsan QE, that's Quiet Energy flash pump. And we're going to shoot basically the same pellet, a round nose, into each of these phone books, which have 933 pages. I want to make sure I shoot straight into it. And we did not penetrate 933 pages. This next air rifle is the Crawl bullpup, also in 25 caliber, and I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Try to get a nice even shot. The next one here is really my favorite of the break barrels. This is a Black Ops. I've got it in 2 calibers here today. I think it'll be interesting to see how they do. This happens to be the 17 caliber, and this air rifle actually belongs to our cameraman today, Renee, who's come in all the way from East Germany. Are you doing a good job of filming today, Renee?
I hope so.
Okay, so here we go with Renee's rifle, because it's very difficult to own a gun in Germany, and air rifles is one of the exceptions. Well, that was the rifle in 17 caliber. Let's try it in 22 caliber. Just want to make sure I didn't penetrate. Nope. We're good. That's 22. This is the Benjamin Armada, and it's in 25 caliber. We'll give this a shot. I probably should have said that these first 2 are PCPs. PCPs have to be loaded up with air pressure from these Aqualung tanks, along with a probe that allows me to quickly fill them up. Also today, I'm going to use a 357 pellet. But what's very important and here's your accuracy tip for the day, you see that skirt? That's called the skirt. This is the domed head. But that skirt has to be round. And sometimes you'll find them where they've been hit on the side and flat. They will not shoot straight. Those will flash off someplace else. So you really want to give them a checkup before you do any shooting. That's your tip for the day. Well, let's finish our penetration test. This is my favorite long range, and I've got the scope set up for it. And this is a Hatsan AT-44 long, and out there on the barrel you'll see QE for Quiet Energy. Again, these aren't silencers. Silencers cost a lot of money and special permits. Air guns have moderators or suppressors, and their job is just to cut that noise in half so that they become backyard friendly. This is our 6th gun, and put a hole right there. Thank you for watching this for me, Hollowhead. This gun, we haven't run a test. I think it'll be in our 7th or 8th video. This is not just a bullpup. This is called the Hatsan Hercules, which means they're powerful guns, and bully. It bullies all the rest. This gun was so powerful that it didn't shoot straight. I had to get inside and cut it down. For those of you who are technical, I backed down 7 complete turns on the power setting just so I could get a nice straight shot. So understand that when we count the pages that this gun has penetrated, that this is the bully and it's been down tuned. Coming over here, well now,
Wow.
I'm lucky I didn't go through, but that's the Hercules bully. I hope my wife, Dr. Paula, doesn't get too concerned that we've used the hot tub today as our demonstration table. And this is number 8. This is the Benjamin Bulldog. And some of you noted in your comment section how long this is. This entire piece here is an extended moderator, keeping it even more silent. That bully does not have one. I just received from Ronin Company the Emperor, which is their best. But they sent me the wrong adapter, so it wasn't able to be put on, and that's why it won't be tested for a few more weeks. I'm waiting for the right adapter. Okay, our last shot, again in .357 Magnum. Okay, now we'll take them inside and find out just how many of the 933 pages they penetrated. Well, while my wife isn't here, we'll be able to test here in our kitchen. I'm glad that Hollowhead is here and is an official inspector to keep an eye on just what we want to do here. This was our first book, and we shot it 3 times, and up here at the top is the Hatson Flash Pup in .25 caliber, and then here was the Crawl Bullpup in .25 caliber. And then right down here, that's a very small hole, but that's that Black Ops 17 caliber. So we kind of start up here at the top, and I'm into it 112 pages, but you can clearly see we have holes coming through. And I'll come on in another 231 pages, and we're starting to see some pellets appear. Up here again was the Hatson Flash Pup. I'm going to come on around it here to page 249, and I can see, well, that's just a piece of the pellet actually, and here's a large part of the Crawl Bullpup, and we're not close yet to that Black Ops. We continue, and we still see 3 nice holes at page 349. Remember, I've used a round nose just to maintain some consistency, and we still have 3 holes. Well, we may be losing a hole here. Let's look at page 513. I definitely have a hole here. I still have most of a pellet underneath that. I pulled out this Crawl Bullpup pellet, but I still have a hole here. And I still have a hole. You may not be able to see it, but there's enough of a crack that we know there's a hole and the pellet passed through. Here we are, page 529. And now we get to page 553, and we're finding the Hatson Flash Pup 25 pellet. You can see that compared to the Crawl. Those are exactly the same pellets, 25 caliber, but this Flash Pup disintegrated the pellet more, if you will. But I still have holes here. I have a hole here, and I have a hole there. And we come on up here to page 563. I have a hole, I have a hole, and I don't have a hole for the break barrel Black Ops 17 caliber. What happened to that pellet, I'm just not quite sure. But it's back here a ways. It may have scooted out the side, I'm just not sure. But it looks like that the Black Ops 17 made it about 560 pages, and the 225 calibers are still going. And we still have 2 holes here. And we have a crack there, but not a hole. So up here at the top is the Hatson flash pup, still a pretty good sized hole. I just see some cracks here and nothing for that 17 Black Ops. We just want to go and see just how far. Yep, I still have a good hole here. At page 643, 655, 689, 723. There's still a hole here. There's nothing below it. I still see a hole. And it looks like we've run out of holes. So somewhere right in here. I think that might be it. 745 pages in, we have the Hatson flash pup that made it through, actually made a hole, made a tear, and nothing for the crawl bull pup or the Black Ops. Let's go over to the next home book, and these 3 is going to be the Armada 25, the Black Ops 22. Remember, we have the Black Ops in 2 calibers. Here's a 22. Here's the Armada in a 25. And then here's the Hatson AT-44, L for long, QE for quiet energy. And so we get into this book. We see 3 holes at 147. We see 3 holes at 233. We see 3 holes at 321. We see 3 holes at 433. We see 3 holes at 513. There's certainly, ooh,
there's something.
And there is what's left of a pellet there. But we're still going. 513, 541. There is a hole here, a hole, much bigger hole there, and I'm feeling that pellet down there. Well, we've run out here. Yes, there's still a hole right there, and that's the Black Ops 22 at 557 pages. This hole continues. This is the Armada. This hole continues. This is the Hatson AT-44. We go a little further. We still see 2 holes. We still see 2 holes. Still see 2 holes. That's a hole and a hole. There's a tear there, big hole going on here, but I think this Armada has kind of sputtered out on us somewhere right in here at about 695, and we dug out that pellet already. But the AT-44 long, remember I told you that long barrel adds to the velocity and the accuracy long range. And here it is at 705, here it is at 723, here it is at 765, still a big hole actually. Yes, I've got a hole there, just barely a crack there. Somewhere around page 849, 850, that AT-44 finally quits making a hole. Let's check our third and last book, which only has 2 in it. These are the 357 Magnums. At the very top was this Hercules, Hatson Hercules, bully, beast. I'm still amazed at this part of the phone book, but we get in here. Here's page 309, and we We've got some big holes and actually some pretty nice circular cutouts. Gee, Merry Christmas. That's you can almost put your thumb in that thing. We keep going. Page 565. They're not running out of energy anytime soon. You can see here what's going on when I kind of hold those pages like that. We're at page 633, and both of our 357s are carrying the mail. Of course, this is big bore. These are guns you would actually be able to use, say, for deer hunting, coyotes, large game. And I'm starting to see here one. Well, that came from the Hercules Bully, and that doesn't, well, there you go. That resembles a pellet skirt, and you can see the smashed side in it. That's what we don't want to put in the gun, but of course taking it out of an animal wouldn't be a problem. I still have a nice hole. Oh my goodness, I see the other pellet. They're still concentrating in here. I still see a pellet down here. We're at page 843. I still have 2 nice holes. I get up to page 868. 2 nice holes. Page 895, 2 nice holes. And here comes out the bullpup 357 Magnum. And there isn't much of it left either. And still carrying an awful lot of energy for us. Boy, these things almost made it through the phone book, I can tell you that. We still have a hole here, and the bullpup probably a little bigger of a hole. And we're in a second section, so this yellow pages kind of ended at, I think they ended at like 800 and something. And now we have to add again. It ended at 907. And now we're another 250 pages in, and we do have 2 holes here. So 857 and 250. We get out here, there's still 2 holes here. The 357's making the larger hole, the bullpup, I should say. We still have 2 holes. We still have 2 holes here, but we're starting to run out here. I would say the Hatson Beast ran out somewhere here. Probably another, call it 300 pages on top of the 800 and some that I had here.
907.
907 plus 300, call it 1207. And while we still see energy going, one thing that the Bulldog didn't do, it didn't do this. And maybe it would have if we had shot it up near the top, but that shows a lot of energy came this way. But this is a penetration test. I still see quite a cut there. Oh my goodness. Still see, look at this. Well, guess what? It did penetrate. It went through this, and I'm not sure what it did to that other phone book. But we still have 2 big tears just from that gun. Not exactly the most scientific test. Perhaps firing into a glob of gel might have been even a better penetration test, but nothing wrong with a phone book penetration test. Gave a little idea over 8 of America's top air rifles.